Good morning, children. So, children, today we will continue with our chapter Acid, Bases, and Salt. Children, till last lecture we discussed about acids and bases. Today we are starting with properties of bases and alkalis. Children, first of all, we have to go with physical properties. Bases have bitter taste. Okay, they are having soapy touch and bitter taste. Second, they change the color of indicators. Litmus red to blue, RBB. Methyl orange, orange to yellow. Phenolphthalein colorless to pink. Children, this indicator phenolphthalein which shows colorless to pink, it's most probably used in titration reactions. Now, insoluble bases do not affect indicator. Why they do not affect indicator? Children, if you remember, we discussed that when bases soluble in water, they release OH minus ion. Till OH minus ion is not generated or dissociated or released, they do not shows that alkalinity property or basicity. So children, these are bitter in a test and color of indicator. Now they are having a slippery substance or slippery to touch, soapy to touch. They are strong electrolyte. Why they are called strong electrolyte? Because they dissociate into their respective cation and anion. They are mild corrosive. What do you mean by corrosive action? Rusting. Now children, we have to go with chemical properties of base. Children, strong alkali. I think you can understand what do you mean by alkali, water soluble base. Strong alkali absorb carbon dioxide from the air to form carbonates. Sodium hydroxide. It react with carbon dioxide, give its respective carbonate. Sodium carbonate. Potassium hydroxide react with carbonate. Carbon dioxide give potassium carbonate. They neutralize acid to form salt and water. Children, as you know that acid release H plus ion and base release OH minus ion. Both of them are combined together to give a salt plus water, which is called neutralization reaction. Children, bases neutralize acid and form salt and water. Why it is called neutralization reaction? Because salt and water both are neutral in nature. They precipitate are insoluble metallic hydroxide when added to solution of salt of heavy metals. It's a one type of displacement, double displacement reaction. How it will be a double displacement reaction? Children, here you can see it very clearly. Copper sulfate plus ammonium hydroxide. What they form? They are form ammonium sulfate plus copper hydroxide. Children, if you know that double displacement reaction, most probably precipitation reactions are there. What do you mean by precipitation? The insoluble substance which is settled down at bottom. Same zinc sulfate plus sodium hydroxide. Both the metal exchange their ions, sulfate and hydroxide, zinc and sodium. Sodium sulfate plus zinc hydroxide. Children, this ammonium sulfate, sodium sulfate are aqueous solution. They are soluble, they are salt. Then what are the precipitations are there? Calcium hydroxide, zinc hydroxide and iron hydroxide. Children, if you remember, sodium and potassium and ammonium salt are only alkalis. What it means? They are soluble in water. This calcium, zinc and Fe hydroxides are not soluble in water. They are not alkalis. That's why they form as a precipitation. When alkalis are warm with ammonium salt, ammonia gas is given out. Ammonium chloride plus sodium hydroxide. They give sodium chloride, water and release of ammonia gas. So can we say that this is one of the method for synthesize ammonia gas? Again, ammonium chloride plus calcium hydroxide. Calcium chloride plus water plus ammonia gas. Children, it's not like that you have to use only ammonium chloride salt only. You can use ammonium sulfate which react with potassium hydroxide and gives water plus ammonia gas. Now, general uses of some bases. Children, here you are having a list of the use of bases. Sodium hydroxide, manufacturing of soap. Children, most of the bases are used for manufacturing of soap and detergent. Even they are used as a baking soda. Their salts are used for baking soda, washing soda. Here you are having a list of general uses of some bases. Now children, the next topic is test for acidity and alkalinity. How can we know that the substance is either acid or base? Children, if you remember indicators, we discuss about indicators, litmus, phenolphthalein, methyl orange, but they are not showing the exact pH. Ma'am, what is this pH? Power of hydrogen. Children, pH is one of the most important criteria to identify either a material is acidic, basic, or neutral in nature. So now our next topic is about pH, the power of hydrogen or concentration of hydrogen.